let's get to work. Let's see here. I can jump over. Oh, going live. Yeah, we're still. Oh, okay, we're live now. Yeah, last time I had the same issue where there was a pretty significant delay between me going live and let's see if I missed that entire thing. I'm not sure why that is, but every once in a while. There we go. Yeah, we're live. All right. Okay. Yeah, not the best thumbnail on this one either. I didn't even have time to upload that. So let me show you real quick my compressor. Fancy dancy. I think I'm going to be doing this with one camera because it's just going to be easiest. So this is my new compressor I got. It is a 60-gallon. It's a beast. It'll work great for painting, air tools, what it says, finish nailing, frame roofing, hobby painting, bolting, cutting, surface prep, which is what I wanted. So to be able to power my air sander that I got and my paint gun, I needed a much bigger compressor. So this will definitely do the job, but yeah, unfortunately requires 240, which is just, oh. And I think I'm gonna put it right here. It's not the ideal spot, but hey, it'll work. So I wanna hop over to the electrical panel, show you guys exactly what I got going on. Frank's joined us. Good morning, Frank. Hope you're having a good morning. I'm gonna just kind of move you guys so you can follow along over here. Because yeah, like I said, I want to do this with one camera. I don't know why. I guess I didn't have time to set up the second camera. Maybe that's why. So over here at the electrical panel, I was starting to run out of space. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with breaker boxes and doing electrical panel work. I've done a little bit. I am not an electrician. Little spider right there too. Little friend. Looks like a daddy long leg though. I'm not worried about him. Get my other camera out of the way. So yeah, I was running out of room on my panel here. So what I need to do is, yeah, can you guys see? Yeah, you can kind of see. Let me bring it a little closer. Bring it closer and down a little bit because we're going to be working down here at the bottom. So I've got a 15 amp and 20 amp right here, and I only have one spot left open. But my new running 240, it needs a 30 amp, which is this guy right here, 30 amp double breaker. Big beast to run that big beast of an air compressor. But I don't have room for this, so yeah, let me tip you guys down a little bit more. Boop. So I've got a couple, these are called like wafer breakers. So what I'm going to do, see how narrow these are compared to how wide these are. So I've got a 15 and 20 here. I'm going to take these two out and put these wafer ones in, which will take up just the space of one. So I've got a 15 and 20 here. Now, this is a live box. This is a live panel, so I want to be super careful. It's a little intimidating working on a live panel like this, but yeah, I don't know. I've done it before. Like all these, yeah, all of these down here, I added when I did an addition. So I've got a little experience at it. This one here, this 15 amp, the bottom amp, this is the one, or bottom breaker. This is the one that may power my modem upstairs, my route, my Wi-Fi, or my internet. I guess my computer, this live stream isn't on Wi-Fi. It's on my just internet, regular Ethernet cable. But I think this powers my modem. So I think when I kill this, I might lose my live stream. I don't know. We'll see. So we're going to start with this 20 amper up here. The 20 amp should go to the bathroom upstairs. Oh, I wonder if my kid's showering upstairs. That'll be interesting because she's about to lose power. First thing we're going to do, we're going to kill the power. Boom. Is the live stream still on? I certainly hope so. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we're still live. Okay. So yeah. Jake is here. Good morning. Ward. Hey, finally made it. All right, we're doing a little electrical panel work so we can get my new air compressor installed. Just to kind of catch you guys up, my new air compressor requires 240, so I got to put in a big old 30 amp double breaker. I don't have enough room on my panel to get this guy in here, so I got to put in a couple of these little wafer breakers. I just killed the power. I think this was to my upstairs bathroom. Now this should just rock out of the way and pull right out. Look at that, no problem. So now this shouldn't have power going to it any longer. The power, I believe, my understanding, is where it clips in right here is where your power, the live part of it is. So this should be dead now. So that's safe. I need a tool to pull this wire out, and that's a flathead or a square head. I'll just get a regular flathead screwdriver. Let me get a little flathead. I wonder, I just killed the power to the upstairs bathroom. I was wondering, one of my kids was upstairs. I'm not sure if she was showering. If she was showering, I'm like, oh, she's gonna have a little bit of a surprise here. It's gonna get dark in there real quick. So let's see, this should just, there we go, unscrew. Unscrew that guy and the wire pops out, there we go. And this was our 20 amp. So I want to take my new 20 amp little wafer breaker and figure out how this goes in here. I don't want that wire just like swinging in there and hitting stuff. So we're going to get this 20 amper done, then we'll move on to that 15 amp, and that's where I very well could kill the live stream. If you are just joining us, I'm a little worried that my modem upstairs is wired up to that 15 amp right there, which it very well could be. So changing out breakers is really not hard. It's a little intimidating because, yeah, you're working on a live panel, which, I don't know, yeah, it's a little scary. Electricians, I don't know if any of you out there are electricians or have a lot of electrical experience. You might be like, ah, you sissy. What you're doing is totally fine. Like, you're not going to hurt yourself when you're doing it. Yeah. But still, just knowing the amount of power going through here, it's like, ugh. Remember that time we were watching that live stream and we watched that guy get electrocuted? Yeah, hopefully that's not this time. This would work much better with a square bit. I like square bits versus a, yeah, it should be tight enough. That's in there pretty good. So yeah, before I pulled out that 20 amper, I shut it off. Got my new 20 amper here. It is off. And I'm gonna just pop it in place up there. So we're gonna get the wire out of the way. Get my fingers out of the way. And we're gonna just set it in there. Hook it on that back. There we go, and it should just slide in just like that. Okay, cool. 20 amper is in. Who else we got on here? Ron's here. Jake, your hot rail is in the center. Yeah, see, I knew somebody on here would be Are you an electrician? Or somebody on here would have more knowledge about electricity than me. Your hot rail is in the center, but you might have power on a few other places along the outside depending on the configuration. Good day, everyone. R. Flores. Jake Gallagher, electrician, been shocked a couple bunch of times. Yeah, how am I doing here, Jake? It is a little nerve-wracking working on this live panel. I don't want to shut the whole panel off because good grief. Then I'd have to like reset some clocks. That'd be just terrible. So that went pretty smooth. It's still off, which is fine. I'm gonna move on to the 15 amp, but honestly, I want to take a little break here for a second because when I flip that 15 amp, this could be the end of the live stream. Because honestly, I'm like 50-50 on if that 15 amper powers my modem, my internet, and it could be like, all right, we're gonna flip the end of live stream. Click. It'll be click, bam, live stream ends. I don't know, we'll see. How are you guys doing today? Let me check the chat real quick. Let's see, good morning. Turbifin. I'm not sure how to say that one. You've been on here many times. I've seen worse, LOL. Oh, yeah? Am I doing okay though? We're missing JeepSolid this morning. He must be sleeping in. So, if you guys are just joining me, let me show you what I'm doing. Or talk about the compressor a little bit. Swing it around. You can see it kind of tucked back there. So yeah, this is a Husky 60-gallon compressor, which will serve me great for painting this Jeep, and that's the ultimate goal here, is to get this set up for a paint booth in here so I can start, because I got to paint this Jeep. I want to paint my my 94 YJ I need to paint, and then future projects. A lot of projects that, you know, if I pick up a used vehicle or something, a lot of times, you know, a quick paint job will go a long ways. So the whole purpose of this episode right now is I'm trying to run 240 wire over here. I thought on this live episode, because I want to start the wiring, I thought I'd put in or just get the 30 amp breaker ready, because that's what this requires. Had to put in those wafers in my breaker panel there to get it ready. But I actually still have to go buy the wire. I got to buy a plug for this, figure out exactly how to wire this up. I'll figure it out. That's the thing about projects like this. Like, really, you got to run 240? Like, honestly, I've never run 240 wire before. I've done other wiring and electrical, worked on panels a little bit. So I've got a little bit of experience at that, but stuff like you run into something like I got to put 240 in, and you just one step at a time, and you can get it. I just got a comment on a video recently that said a guy, I think he was working on the steering column of his Jeep, and he's not super mechanical, which is fine. Some people are. He said he was really intimidated by the job. He started watching the video. He almost quit watching it because he was like, oh, it was getting too. It was just digging into it too far, like farther than he was comfortable with. But he said he stuck it out and watched the rest of the video, and he's like, I think I can do that. It's like, yeah, I think you can too. And sometimes I think of it as simple of like, I don't know, you're replacing the exhaust manifold, right? Big job. Not really, but moderately big job. Say you're doing exhaust manifold. It's like, good grief, like, that's a big job. I can't do the exhaust manifold. Well, okay, can you remove these air hoses right here? Can you take the top of the air box off? Can you open this up? Yes, okay. Disconnect those, keep track of where they go. Can you take the air filter out of here, and there's a couple little bolts, or actually this one just has these little tabs. Take the air filter out, and can you undo these little tabs? Yeah, okay, there, you got your air box out of the way. Now, next, can you unsnap your throttle cable here? Yeah, can you take those 3 bolts out of the throttle cable and get your throttle cable mount out of the way? Yeah, like, not a big deal. Okay, you got that. Then you, remove your fuel rail lines. Can you push these little tabs in and pull this off? Like, yeah, like, if you think about it like just one piece at a time, it's like, okay, it's not that bad, but a lot of projects, when you think about them in totality, I think that's the right word, and it's a big word for me. If you think about them in their totality, it can be intimidating. So when I'm faced with a big project like that or something that's kind of intimidating for me, I try to think of it as one step at a time. And you look at it one step at a time, it's like, okay, that's not bad. Let's see what's going on. Jake. Good morning. That was from Matthew. Steven, working on the breaker box always scares me. Yeah, it's a little intimidating. Me too, but it comes out easy. I just rewired my basement last week. This is from Jake. Even though I've got a lot of experience, it's still kind of tense. Yeah. If you can run 120, 220 isn't much different. Yeah. And we have a really cool, what is it? It's like an electronics or electrical plumbing supply store. And they have like electricians on staff. It's Grover's. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Grover's, but super helpful. Like you can go in there and say like, I want to do this. And they'll tell you like, okay, you need this and this and this, and be sure to do this and this, like super helpful. So having them help is very nice. And then if I have any questions, I actually have a friend that's an electrician that I bounce things off of every once in a while. Basically the same, but 2-pole breaker feeds it. Yeah, so you got like 2 wires here, and then the white, I guess it'd be is it a 3-wire system? So you got your, like a red, you'd have like a red and a black going here, and then the white to the panel. No. Would it be just a red, a black, and a ground? That's where I'm going to go and talk to the guys at the electric store, electric supply store. Or maybe Jake will tell me right here. I think of the fear of tackling an unfamiliar project as mostly being scared of a driveway scattered with parts and no idea how to put it back together. Yep, that's true. That's why a lot of my videos, and actually a video I just recorded, say one of my biggest tips for you guys is just label things and keep track of stuff. And then if you're good at that and meticulous about labeling and all that, makes it a lot easier. For what it's worth, looks like Dale's videos first whenever I need to do anything on the Jeep. Oh, thanks, Jake. I appreciate it. 2 hots and a common. Okay. And often a ground. So it might be a 4-wire. So yeah, I got to look at the wiring diagram on my compressor there. But how far are we into it here? We are 20 minutes in. And I'm ready to do this other breaker, but I'm really afraid it's going to kill the live stream. But I've kind of babbled on long enough, and it might not. What do you think? Flip the 15 amp, get this guy out of here, and possibly kill the live stream? You guys ready for that? I'm just kind of waiting for a response. Is anybody out there? Got 21 people watching. This might be the end. Might be the end of Dale too. Like, ah! You don't mind the sound of what, electrified flesh? 3, 2, 1, go! All right. If this is the end of the live stream, thanks for watching. Have a good day. If it's not, we're going to replace the 15 amp breaker. Here we go. 50-50 on if this is it. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Are you gone? I think we're still live. Let me check. Go for it. If this is the end of the live stream, thanks for watching. Have a good day. If it's not, just 110, only tickles. 50-50 on if this is it. No guts, no glory. Hey, sweet. All right, we're still live. Cool. So that must do some outlets upstairs, but not my office area where my modem is. So cool. All right, welcome back. It worked. So this is off, that's still off. And yeah, I'm trying not to put my fingers in there too far because yeah, this is a little mildly intimidating for a Oh, somebody made a super funny comment. Oh, 110 only tickles. Oh boy, it's all dangerous. Let's get this 15 ampere out of here. There's our wire, 15 amp, and my new little wafer, 15 amp. Oh, I gotta break this guy open. Yeah, all those metal, like this whole rail down there, I guess that's all the ground. This is a GE box, which apparently makes a difference. The top up here, good grief, that's where it gets real nasty. There's some big wires up there, like your main supplies coming in up there, like those. You touch those. I touch those with a screwdriver. I think that's the end of Dale. And then you got your hot. So like all this in the center here, I think is the hot part, and that big silver wire. So on the outside, all my white and grounds are running into that. So that's the ground. The center part's the hot. Let's loosen this up so I can get my wire in here. Happy the stream didn't just end right there. That would have been funny though. In 3, 2, 1, clunk, into the stream. Good Lord, it's just tight. I didn't want anybody opening that up. Get our wire in here. And yeah, learning to work on breaker boxes, like replacing breakers, this is not my profession. I am not a professional electrician by any means. But I just, read about it, researched it, watched videos. Because I did a remodel where I did a lot of electrical work upstairs on my addition, so I got some experience at it. I actually bought a book on like home wiring, just so I could understand it better. And it gets complicated with, two-way switches and the difference between wiring a bathroom versus wiring just a bedroom. Like they have different requirements for code, and so yeah, it gets a little tricky. But if you just learn, anybody can do it. So that's in there tight. 15 ampere, it is off. And let's try to squeeze this guy in here. Just gonna hook the bottom on there somewhere. Should be right about there. I don't want to like push it in and have it slip and then my fingers go in and hit the hot part back there. Just little stuff I worry about. Makes me nervous. So now I got my 30 ampere here. Now this is on, off. This will be for my new air compressor so I can run my 240. And honestly, I just want to make sure this fits. It looks like it'll totally fit. There we go. Tight, but it fits. Cool. Boom, easy as that. So I can turn these guys back on. Put that wire in there. So upstairs, my 20 ampere. Look at that. As easy as that, adding another breaker. The 30 ampere I'm going to leave just off right now because there's nothing hooked up to it. I'm going to have to pull it back out when I run my wire for my 240. So that's what I mean with tackling a project like this. Like, oh, you got to run 240 wire? That's terrible. Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm going to hire an electrician or yada, yada, yada. It's like, yeah, if you just kind of like figure it out, do your research, be safe, learn what you're doing. One step at a time. It's not that hard. Like you guys just watched me add add a 30 amp breaker. Piece of cake. So now I know that 30 amp fits. I can go to the store and buy my wire for my compressor. Then comes the pain of running that wire up into the attic. Got to run it up in the attic, across, over. I have access to all that though. And then down here, add a new plug. But one step at a time, we'll get it. Just like working on the Jeep. Tackling some big project, one step at a time, you'll get it. Like somebody said though, people's fear is having a big, like a driveway full of parts and no idea how to put it back together. Another thing is you run into a problem, like you break a bolt. Like, oh, now that bolt is buried in there and I need to get that out. But that's how you learn and get new tools. Let's see. Well, where'd he go? Did I lose my live stream? No. Let's see if I don't think I lost it. Are YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming? As such, viewers will experience buffering. Huh. Yeah, my stream is slow for some reason. We made it. Still here. Okay. It'd be great for you to stand still like the feed froze. Yeah, like just go along and be like. Okay. Whew. LOL. Yep. Grandma's oxygen. Oh yeah. Don't want that around when you're doing this. Any outlet switch near water needs ground fault interrupter. GFI. Near any outlet near water needs ground fault interrupter. Are you saying I need GFCI on my compressor? Like, do they even do GFI on 240? I know you need GFI in the garage. So yeah, that's something I'll ask the electricians at this store. That coffee must be cold by now. Honestly, it's lukewarm. Lukewarm, it's okay. A lot of people drink their coffee out of like a insulated thermos mug with a top. And I like a nice ceramic cup. I don't know, I just always have. But we're about a half hour in. I'm gonna end this stream here because that's all I want to do is talk a little bit about adding this compressor and why I'm adding it, and run through installing those breakers, which went really well. I'm still here. Didn't electrocute myself, so we're doing good. Friday's video, it's going to be a fun one. It's on replacing a water pump. Be sure to check that out. And some troubles we ran into on that. Honestly, I'll tell you guys now a little sneak peek. When I had it all back together, the system I was getting ready to, I had filled the system, hadn't started it yet though, was gonna start it, warm it up to burp it, right? So I poured a bunch of coolant in it and then went to start it and coolant just started pouring out. And this is after a water pump replacement. I'm like, oh no, like what happened? Like, is it just leaking like really bad? Like what is going on? I started looking around and one of the heater core hoses to the water pump, I forgot to hook that up. So heater core hose was just sticking out there. Tried starting it and it just pouring out coolant. Yeah, hooked that up, started it up, and we're good from there. But anyways, that'll be Friday's video. Be sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate it, and I will catch you on Friday. Have a good day.